Hey everyone, let's talk about something that affects way more people than you might think: blood sugar management. Whether you have diabetes, prediabetes, or you're just trying to stay healthy, understanding which foods actually help control blood sugar can be life-changing. I'm talking about everyday foods with solid research backing them up. So today, I'm walking you through 4 foods proven in clinical studies to help lower blood sugar levels. Food 1: cinnamon, the spice that acts like insulin. A recent meta-analysis published in 2024 looked at 24 randomized controlled trials, and what they found was impressive. People with type 2 diabetes who took cinnamon supplements showed significant reductions in fasting blood sugar, insulin resistance, and hemoglobin A1C. Researchers at UCLA studied 18 adults with obesity and prediabetes. They gave participants 4 grams of cinnamon daily for 4 weeks, then switched to placebo. When people took cinnamon, their 24-hour glucose levels were significantly lower, blood sugar peaks were reduced, and even their triglycerides dropped. They used continuous glucose monitors, so they could see exactly what was happening throughout the entire day. How does cinnamon work? There's a compound called cinnamaldehyde that mimics insulin's effects in your body. It helps promote insulin release, enhances insulin sensitivity, and regulates enzymes involved in blood sugar control. Dr. Richard Anderson from the USDA discovered this by accident when testing apple pie with and without cinnamon. The group that ate cinnamon-containing pie barely saw their blood sugar rise. In a follow-up study with 60 diabetes patients, those who consumed 1 to 6 grams of cinnamon powder daily for 40 days saw their blood sugar, cholesterol, and triglycerides drop by up to 30%. The placebo group? No change whatsoever. About half to 1 teaspoon daily seems effective. Add it to morning coffee or tea, sprinkle on oatmeal, or blend into smoothies. Food 2: lentils, the blood sugar stabilizer. These little legumes are powerhouses for blood sugar management. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found something remarkable. When researchers had people eat rice or potatoes mixed with lentils, instead of eating those starches alone, blood sugar levels dropped by 20 to 35%. When half of white rice was replaced with lentils, blood glucose fell by up to 20%. But when half the potatoes were replaced with lentils, blood glucose dropped by 35%. That's a massive reduction just from adding lentils. It didn't matter which type: large green, small, green, or split red lentils all worked. Dr. Dan Ramdath explained that when you replace half your usual rice or potato with lentils, you significantly reduce the blood sugar spike that normally follows. High glycemic foods. Why are lentils so effective? They're packed with protein and fiber. 1 serving contains about 9 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber. Fiber slows down carbohydrate absorption, so blood sugar rises gradually instead of spiking. Lentils also have components that inhibit glucose-absorbing enzymes, and their fiber encourages your gut to produce short-chain fatty acids that help reduce blood glucose. Another study showed that regular lentil consumption for 8 weeks prevented insulin resistance progression, which is huge because insulin resistance leads to type 2 diabetes. And lentils cook in just 20 to 30 minutes. Add them to soups, make curry, mix into salads, or simply replace half your rice or potatoes with them. Food 3: avocado, the blood sugar balancer. Let's talk avocado. You might think because avocados are high in fat and calories, they'd be off the table for blood sugar management. But research tells a different story. A major study of over 14,000 Hispanic and Latino adults found that those who regularly ate avocados had better glucose control, lower hemoglobin A1C, and improved insulin function compared to non-avocado eaters. Another study from Illinois Institute of Technology had 97 adults with overweight and insulin resistance eat either 1 avocado daily or equivalent low-fat, high-carb control food for 12 weeks. The avocado group showed improved blood glucose regulation and reduced cardiometabolic risk markers, even though avocados were replacing carbohydrate calories. A Nutrition Journal study looked at adding half an avocado to a meal. Participants showed no significant blood sugar spike despite extra calories. The insulin spike that normally happens 30 minutes after eating was significantly blunted in the avocado group. Over 3 hours, insulin levels stayed more stable. What makes avocados effective? They have a glycemic index of just 15. They're loaded with monounsaturated fats that improve insulin sensitivity. They contain avocado B, which helps regulate blood glucose. 1 avocado has about 10 grams of fiber, and the fat-fiber combination keeps you fuller longer, reducing snacking that would spike blood sugar. Long-term studies show people with prediabetes who consumed avocados regularly had significantly lower risk of progressing to type 2 diabetes. Last, food 4. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. Managing blood sugar isn't just about what you eat. It's also about reducing inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity. That's where fatty fish shines. The key is omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. While research on omega-3's direct effect on blood glucose has been mixed, it powerfully reduces diabetes complications. One study looked at different omega-3 types. Plant-based omega-3 showed benefits for fasting blood glucose. Marine-based omega-3 from fatty fish showed dramatic triglyceride reductions. Crucial because high triglycerides are a major problem for diabetics. Both types significantly reduced insulin and inflammatory markers. This matters because chronic inflammation drives insulin resistance. When your body is constantly inflamed, cells stop responding to insulin, so glucose stays in your bloodstream. Omega-3 fatty acids have powerful anti-inflammatory properties that break this cycle. A comprehensive review explained that omega-3 assists in controlling blood sugar levels and lipid profiles in patients with all diabetes types. The mechanism involves improving insulin signaling, reducing inflammation, and enhancing how efficiently cells use glucose. They also improve blood vessel health, often compromised in diabetes. For gestational diabetes, omega-3 supplementation clearly reduced fasting blood glucose, inflammation, and insulin resistance. While supplements might not directly lower blood sugar in everyone with type 2 diabetes, they provide significant protection against cardiovascular complications, the leading cause of death in diabetics. The American Diabetes Association recommends eating fatty fish at least twice weekly. You're also getting high-quality protein, vitamin D, and selenium. Grill, bake, or steam your fish rather than frying. So there you have it. 4 foods with solid research for managing blood sugar. Cinnamon that mimics insulin and drops blood sugar by up to 30%. Lentils that reduce glucose spikes by 20 to 35% when replacing half your rice or potatoes. Avocados that improve insulin sensitivity and stabilize post-meal blood sugar. And fatty fish that reduce inflammation and protect against diabetes complications. These foods aren't exotic or expensive. Start small. Add a teaspoon of cinnamon to your morning routine. Replace half the rice in your next meal with lentils. Throw avocado on your sandwich. Grill salmon for dinner. These simple swaps can make a measurable difference. Remember, these work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle with regular activity and healthy weight. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, work with your healthcare provider when making dietary changes. But the evidence is clear. What you eat matters. And these 4 foods are powerful tools for managing blood sugar naturally. If this helped, hit that like button. For more evidence-based nutrition content, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and here's to better health.